due unto you for who you are. We thank you. More of your presence, more of your spirit, more of your glory, more of your love. Hallelujah. Thank you. Sunday, what is this? April the 19th. Today is Tamika's birthday, my niece. I need to call her and tell her happy birthday. All right, y'all, let's get ready to get in here. If you have that pulled up, you can go to Hebrews chapter 11 if you want to know where I'm going this morning. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 11. Hallelujah. Hebrews chapter 11 today. Hallelujah. Just swipe it on. Hallelujah. Was that, who was it? Huh? Okay. Alright. I don't know why they didn't think I was going to be doing what I do. You know, so God bless them. Alright, so Hebrews chapter 11 today. Hebrews chapter 11. I probably should have put that thing on silent because it's probably going to be, just kind of watch it for me. If you see an 850 come up, I need that. I need that. If an 850 number comes up, just stop whatever I'm doing and let me get that. So, all right. Hebrews chapter 11. Hebrews chapter 11. So I was impressed by the Lord this morning. Actually, probably over into the night last night. I was up till probably about, I don't know, maybe some between 1 and 2 o'clock this morning. And then the Lord allowed me to be able to go to sleep, and I'm grateful for it. But the Lord was, you can cut that off now, sure. So the Lord allowed me to be able to get some rest, and so he was just talking to me as I woke up, and I think it started last night while I was up last night before going to sleep, and he began to talk to me, and I kept hearing in my spirit, I'm a believer. I'm a believer. I'm a believer. So just a few minutes today, I'm going to just knock out a few things that I feel like the Lord has impressed upon my heart about I'm a believer. I'm a believer. There is a certain aura about a real believer. There is a certain aura. There is a certain way. A certain way. Certain things, it's kind of like... I am so not sure if this is this. I don't know what this is that's giving me a feed. So what? I'm not sure what it is, but it's giving me a serious feed, and I don't like it. I don't know what it is. No, it can't be because it would have, it's always here. I don't know what it is. I guess I got a lot of power. I'm not sure what it is. Let me grab this other, I think it has something to do with my antenna up on my thing, my receptor right there. I believe it does. Alright, so let me take, I believe it's something. I think my antenna on my mic is getting a lot of feedback from the police department. And I think it's hitting up there. I'm going to have Mr. Dice in to see if Carrie will come in here and check it out to see. And so what I was saying was the Lord was dealing with me about, just blessing within my heart about a believer. Yes, I'm a believer. I'm a believer. And so this is the thing about it. It sounds very simple, but it's going to be very profound in how the Lord takes and goes through. And so I looked up the definition of believer. I looked it up, and it says a person who believes that a person who believes that a specified thing is effective. I love that. It says a believer is denoted, when you look it up in the dictionary, it says this: a person who believes that a specified thing is effective. So in other words, whatever it is that you believe in, you got to believe that it's effective. You got to believe that it is effective. You got to believe that it is effective. And so the Lord will begin to pour into my spirit. And I'm telling you, it started over into last night. And even this morning when I got up, I just kept hearing, I'm a believer. I'm a believer. And so Reverend Timothy Wright, the late, great Reverend Timothy Wright, has a song called, Yes, I'm a Believer. And so I even went and pulled it up this morning on YouTube and listened to it this morning a couple of times, and it's, yes, I'm a believer. And so what he said is okay, listen, this is the thing about it. Whenever you're dealing with things in life, whenever stuff is going on, that part is going to be tested. That part. And so the Lord would say to me, this, just talking to me, I kept hearing it. I'm a believer. I'm a believer. It just kept resonating in my spirit. I'm a believer. I'm a believer. A person who believes that a specified thing is effective. Well, the thing that I choose to believe is effective is what you think. What do y'all think the thing that I believe is effective? Prayer is one. But who do you think that I believe in and that he is effective? God. Point blank, period. I believe that he is effective. He's effective in everything that he does. I believe that God is effective. I don't believe that there is no one other than him that can be as effective as he is. I'm effective to a certain extent. As an individual, as Delphine, I'm only effective to a certain extent. But God is effective in all areas. He's effective at all extent. In him, there is no failure. In him, there is no shadow of turning. And so when I say this morning about, yes, I'm a believer, and when I challenge you all to come to the place in life to where you really are a believer, as to where you really are a believer, as to where you really are a believer. I am and it's becoming more and more to me within the last few weeks. Just in the last few weeks, it's been, the Lord has really, really been like dealing really heavy with me concerning the fact, and I believe this, and I'm going to share this even on a public scale with me being live today. This is the thing that I believe. I do believe that we are a people that do not take heed to warnings. And I do believe that that is a lot of the reason why we are subject to a lot of things that we deal with. Because we are so quick to always holler about a warning comes before destruction. We are so quick to say that, but check the context of what we say it in. We say that in the context of when somebody has done something to us. If something has gone on, then we want to holler that, how a warning, it comes before destruction. If it's something that is going on that, somebody is doing something and it's something that we necessarily don't like, or whatever the case may be, a circumstance that we feel is beyond our control, then we're quick to throw that out to people to say a warning comes before destruction. Well, it's true, but the thing of it is God sends warning in many areas. In all areas of life, God sends warning. God talks to us concerning things. And I believe that we are in the places that we are now in life, even as it relates to what is going on with pandemic in America. What is happening is because we did not take heed to warning. On yesterday, I was sharing about how I literally, part of the reason why I chose to just take a break away from social media was, one, I just really was sick of it in a certain aspect. But two, it was the thing of always seeing people, they were bringing up all kinds of old videos now where people have spoke words and all that you really could say was prophetic if you really wanted to, where they were speaking all kinds of words about things. They brought up videos where President Obama said this. They brought up a video where in a Chinese movie they were talking about this virus that was going to come about. They brought up different people that have said all these things about what what would happen and what was going to come. Well, the thing of it is, what is the purpose of talking about it now if we did not do anything about it, if we did not take heed to what was being said? So I am a firm believer in becoming more of a firm believer in the fact that we need to start paying attention and we need to take heed to what God is saying. So when I say, yeah, I'm a believer, guess what I'm saying? I take heed. That's what I'm saying. I take heed. That's what I'm saying. And I'm conditioning myself more to be one. I'm going to go today. I'm conditioning myself to be more of one that takes heed. That takes heed. That doesn't just look at something and doesn't just look at somebody and say, oh, that's just them. When they're literally trying to express something, or they're literally trying to tell you something, you know, to just say, oh, that's just them, you know, that's just them, that's just, ain't nobody studying them, you know, they don't know what they talking about. Or even some instances where it has been said, you know, well, that's just such and such, they just crazy, you know, or what have you. But then something shows up. So when I say, yeah, I'm a believer, I'm saying that I'm conditioning myself to be one that takes heed. I'm conditioning myself to be one that take heed. I'm telling y'all, there is a lot of consequences that has come in our life, and a lot that will still come in our life if we do not become people that take heed, if we do not become people that become subject to the things that are saying to us, even when there are things talking to us, even when atmospheres are literally trying to warn us concerning things, even when there is medical things that is trying to warn us about stuff. We need to be a people that really begins to take heed, because what that says about us, it doesn't say anything good, just to be honest with you. It does not say anything good at all when we are people that are not subject, when we are people that do not take heed to things. The Lord has been dealing with me, and those of you at Trim, y'all know this. The Lord has been dealing with me now for a few years about our health. About our health. He has been dealing with me about it. Y'all seen me make some drastic changes, still seeing me make changes concerning things of stuff that he's been dealing with concerning our health. All of a sudden just begin to start taking turns in different things and start exploring different opportunities and all. And I want to say to y'all, and I'm saying it from my heart to everybody that will hear me, that will listen to me, listen, stop playing about this stuff. Take heed when warnings come to you, when stuff comes to you. If somebody comes to you to try to express something to you that could only benefit you, stop being so, careless and nonchalant about it. God does that. He does that because he sees what's coming. He knows what's going on. He sees exactly what's happening. I shared something. I took a picture of something the other day that I have, and Yoda's the only person Sharika might know it, but Yoda, I shared it with Yoda the other day. I was in Walgreens probably, I don't know. I believe it was last year. Some kind of way, I was in Andalusia Walgreens. I don't remember what I went in there for. But when I went in Walgreens, I have a Walgreens card that my insurance gives, and I can get certain items out of Walgreens for free. If you ever notice when you're in Walgreens, when you look at their stickers, you'll see something on there that says OTC. That stands for over the counter. Well, I have a card through my insurance that I can get those items that say OTC for free. So I was in Walgreens over in Andalusia, and just so happened I'm going down the aisle just looking. I'm looking at stuff, because I keep medicine for like my grandkids, Band-Aids. I can get stuff like that and all. I keep that little type of stuff. So I'm just looking to see what it is that they have. I'm going down the aisle. I look and I see this thing, and it's a purifier, where you put over your face that steams inside of your face. Well, it was $149, and so I was like, it was only one in the store, only one. So I was like, well, I'm gonna go up here to the counter and see, I'm gonna see what. I found out it was $149 when I got up there to the counter, $149.99. So I get up there to the counter, and the lady was like, well, it's $149.99. I was like, okay. So I had all this other stuff. Well, she rung the thing up with my other OTC stuff. I'd be dog if it didn't go through. It went through. It went through. Since then, I have